Everyone, today in this video lecture we are going to study about types of muscles. As we already know, there are three types of muscles. Those are smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle. And I can explain these points, these types separately, but I would like to explain with comparison so that you can remember for a longer time. Here I made a chart of these three types of types of muscles. You can stop the video wherever you need and you can study in detail. I have given all the points here. Let us start with the types of muscles. First one, smooth muscle. Smooth muscles, it has another names also. Here I have given names also in different books. They will mention with different names. So by avoiding to avoid those confusions, I have mentioned all the names, different names of the muscle. Smooth muscles are also called as visceral muscles or non-striated muscle, or you can also call it as unstripped muscle. Second, skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles are known as striated muscle or striped muscle. I will tell why they are called as a non-striated muscle in case of smooth muscles, and in case of skeletal muscle they are called as striped or striated muscle. I will tell in next few minutes. And third one is cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle shows intermediate structure between striated and non-striated muscles. And coming to the location here, smooth muscles are found in walls of hollow organs. Hollow means like hole, like hollow means like this, like hollow organs like this we can see here in stomach, intestine, and also in blood vessels, uterus, urinary bladder. In these locations we can find the smooth muscle. This is the location of the smooth muscle. Coming to skeletal muscle, as the name indicates, you can say here skeletal. So these are found attached to the skeleton, to the bones and cartilages. Coming to the cardiac muscle, as the name indicates, cardiac means belong to heart. Here they are found only in the walls of the heart. And as I told before, the smooth muscles are also called as non-striated or unstriped muscles because in case of smooth muscles, alternative light and dark bands are absent. Hence, these are called as non-striated or unstriped muscles. Coming to skeletal muscles have alternative light and dark bands are present, and hence they are known as striated or striped muscles. For this, to make you understand, you can look at your hand. There you can see the striations. Okay, some kind of striation you can see here. So these striations are due to the presence of alternating light and dark bands. Okay, coming to cardiac muscle, they show striations but they are not prominent. Next point, very important point. Smooth muscle and cardiac muscle are involuntary muscles because they are not under the control of our will, but they are under the control of autonomous nervous system. Coming to skeletal muscle is a voluntary muscle because they are under the control of our will and they are not under the control of autonomous nervous system. Here, if I want to move my hand from this corner to this corner, I can move. this is by my will or this is my wish. Say I want to move to this place, so I am moving. So these are means under the control of our wish. I can move my hand or I can move from one place to another place. That actually forms the voluntary muscles. But in case of cardiac muscle, they are involuntary. See, you can't tell to your heart, you can beat for some time and you can you can stop for some time. No, that's not the case. If it is becomes voluntary means it means that you are dead. Okay, it shouldn't be voluntary muscle, it should be involuntary muscle. Okay, don't get confused. In your exam they may ask which is involuntary, which is voluntary. So skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle, I'm really sorry, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle are involuntary muscles and skeletal muscle is voluntary muscle. Okay, let us learn few more points about these three types of muscles. Okay, here smooth muscle, this is the structure of the smooth muscle and this is the structure of the striated muscle, or you can say it as a skeletal muscle, and this is the structure of the cardiac muscle. I guess this is visible. Here, as I explained in our previous video while explaining the muscle tissue, here in this diagram you can see here it is made up of cell membrane called as sarcolemma and cytoplasm is called as sarcoplasma and the nucleus. Okay, this is also same. Sarcoplasma, sarcolemma, nucleus, sarcoplasma, nucleus, sarcolemma. The labelings are similar but diagrams are different. Let us learn about those. Here, in case of smooth muscle, it is made up of long, you can see these are long, spindle shaped, means they are bulb in the middle. They are bulged in the middle central part and they are tapering. You can see the taperings here. Look at the diagram. So for better understanding, you can see here the tapering. Okay, these have the smooth muscles have tapering ends. Then coming to skeletal muscle, these are elongated. Okay, and these are cylindrical. You can see here these are cylindrical and they are unbranched. You can see here in case of cardiac muscle these are branched, but in skeletal muscle these are unbranched. Okay, and they are not tapering at the ends. Here smooth muscles have tapering ends but skeletal muscles don't have tapering ends. Coming to cardiac muscle are branched. Here you can see the branches and they are interconnected to form a network, means they are interconnected to each other to form a network. Moving on to the next point, here smooth muscle has a nucleus which is oval shaped or it may be elongated also, that lies in the, you can watch with observation. I have drawn the cell in the center of the center part of the cell, so which is located. So here you can say that nucleus is located in the center of the cell. And here, as I told before, skeletal muscle is multinucleated, means it is made up of many nuclei. The nucleus is in periphery, means here in smooth muscle it is located in the center, but in case of skeletal muscle it is located at the periphery. You can see here. Okay, then in cardiac muscle, again the cardiac muscle is uninucleated, means single nucleus, and it is centrally placed. Nucleus you can see in the center. Next, moving to the next point, they occur individually or in the form of bundles. They may occur singly. Okay, they may occur singly or they may occur in bundles. Sarcolemma is thin and indistinct. Here in case of sarcolemma is thin. It is very, you can see here, it is very thin and it is indistinct. In case of skeletal muscle, each cell has distinct sarcolemma, and the sarcoplasma has number of mitochondria, nuclei, and number of sarcoplasmic reticulum. Here in case of skeletal muscle, sarcoplasmic reticulum, here they call it as sarcoplasmic reticulum for the endoplasmic reticulum. Next, in case of cardiac muscle, fibers are attached end to end by transfer thickening of the sarcolemma called intercalated disc. These are very important in case of cardiac muscle. These are called as intercalated disc. You can look at here in the diagram. These are called as intercalated disc. These forms the end to end attachment, and this is the presence of this intercalated disc is the characteristics of the cardiac muscle. If in your when you watch under the microscope, if you see the intercalated disc, means you can blindly say this is a which type of muscle, that is a cardiac muscle. Coming to the last function, smooth muscles, they help in contraction and peristaltic movement. Let us know what is peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement, look at here in the diagram. Peristaltic movement means like this, zigzag movement, like this, zigzag movement. See, when you ingest the food, okay, when you ingest the food will comes here, so it will contract again and food moves again here, then it will contract here, then it will push us to here, then again it will move like this. So this kind of zigzag movement, or a kind of zigzag movement like this, you can say like I have a sharpener here, so I ingest just think I just pour the sharpener here, then it will fall, I just contraction, then it will move to this part, relaxation, then again to next part, like this. Then, as I told before, skeletal muscle, basically they are responsible for movement or locomotion of the whole body or parts of the body. Then cardiac muscle obviously helps in rhythmic contraction of the heart. I hope you understood the differences between the types of muscles. In the next video, we are going to study about ultrastructure of skeletal muscle, which is very important topic. For more updates, subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone.